But there are a bunch of teams out there that are able to call on multiple states to say, hey, what do you got? Because I have an interest in you. Kansas City is the best example of that because Kansas City is Missouri and Kansas City is Kansas. Now, not exactly the same place, but pretty close. Like there is a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri. People mistake that sometimes, but they're like Dallas Fort Worth type of thing. Guess what happened? Kansas said, I don't know. You guys voted down funding. The people spoke in Missouri. We're going to do something for you. We're going to come up with a package of a couple $1 billion. And we're going to try to get the Chiefs to Kansas. How great would that be? The Super Bowl winning dynasty champion Chiefs. Hell yeah. And the Kansas City Chiefs said, hold on 1 second. Let's see if we can go to Missouri and see if they'll give us some money. So yesterday, the Missouri House of Representatives approved an unbelievable stadium package that would keep the Chiefs and the Royals in Kansas City, Missouri. It's done. All the governor has to do is sign the bill. And if he signs it, this will be Missouri saying to the Chiefs and the Royals, we have now opened up that we could pay, in theory, up to 50% of your new stadium for the Chiefs, of your new ballpark for the Royals. You're going to generate tax revenue. We're going to give it all to you. It's really quite something. But here's the thing that's being misunderstood out there right now. Just because Kansas did something and now Missouri's done something, the teams themselves, there is still some meat left on that financing bone. There is still negotiating to be done. And here's the thing when you get someone to give you something that you weren't sure that they would give you, when you went to a vote and you're pretty sure that nobody wants to give public subsidies to billionaires, you're never going to pass a vote like that. But you go and lobby to the representatives of the people who said no, and they say yes. This is my favorite thing. What's your theory here? Do you believe that representatives are put into office to represent the wishes and desires of their constituents? Do you believe that they're supposed to do that 100% of the time? Or do you believe that you put them in office to do what they think is in the best interest of you, even when you don't know it? To me, it's sort of like being a parent, being in politics, being in charge of a country or a state or a city or a county, or a little tiny board that you're on. The reason why I view it as a bit of a parent is that, and me giving parenting advice, that seems funny, obviously. But the humor for me is that sometimes you have to do something that you know is right or in the best interest of somebody who doesn't realize it's in the best interest of themselves. Some people just disguise it as, oh, that sounds like an intervention. Or some people say, leave me alone, you don't know me. When people vote to say no public subsidies for stadiums, they are not quite understanding, because if they had a vote, they would say no to public subsidies for anything, because they would say no to anything that gives anybody anything more than they have, because that's human nature. But as politicians, your job is to put together a community where you can thumb your nose at the neighboring state, and you cannot be the one who is on the platform, who had the microphone when a team like the Chiefs or a team like the Royals leaves your state, not to relocate to Vegas, but to relocate to Kansas. Believe me, Missouri is not going to let that happen. So, if you are the Chiefs and the Royals and you get this information that this bill passed in the Missouri House, what do? You release a statement. The Chiefs released a statement saying, we are grateful to the governor and the Missouri legislature for taking this significant step forward. The passing of this legislation is an important piece of the overall effort. And here's the money sentence. Wait for it. While there's still work to be done, this legislation enables the Chiefs to continue exploring potential options to consider to remain in Missouri. Hell yeah! That is my kind of statement. I have no notes whatsoever. Why? You know what that says, don't you? Hey, man, give a mouse a piece of cheese, they're going to want another. That definitely is not the expression. Give a rat a mouse and he'll want a cat. That may be it. You think that the Chiefs should have come out with a statement saying, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're good here. Nothing more to see. We've got ourselves a deal. Forget about it. They took this, released this statement. Do you know who their first call is? Because it'd be my first call. Hello, Mr. Kansas person. Did you see what they did in Missouri? Can you beat that? You got to be able to beat that. I mean, we don't want to stay in Missouri. We'd love to be in Kansas City, Kansas. Now, raise your offer. Excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. Dude, can you imagine that Kansas is not giving up? These guys are relentless. They'll never stop. We've got to be in Missouri. We are loyal to Missouri. We love Missourians. Keep us there. Well, we just passed a huge piece of legislation giving you a boatload of money. We appreciate that. We actually lauded your effort publicly, don't forget. However, who says we couldn't use a little extra shtup? It's going to be something. Do you think that it's, just out of curiosity, do you think for 1 second that the people working with the Royals and the people working with the Chiefs say, hey, our fan base, they voted against this like in April of 24, just over a year ago? Residents of Jackson County, Missouri, they voted down any sort of sales tax measure that would help fund any sort of ballpark or any sort of renovation to Arrowhead. Do you think that they think to themselves, I guess we probably shouldn't take public money because the public voted against it? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. There is more that's going to happen with this. But if you're Missouri, you've taken a step in the right direction.